Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time it's another wave rundown. And today we are taking a look at the deluxe class figures for the Age of Extinction toy line. Or technically they were Generations, but I'm just going to call it Age of Extinction. Anyways, this was the very first wave for the Transformers Age of Extinction film, and it seems to have a lot of mixed reactions to a lot of the figures. There's some people that really like Scorn and Crosshairs and Slug and maybe Bumblebee, and then there's some people that just really hate everyone except for Scorn. Scorn seems to be the most liked. I actually don't know anyone that really hates Scorn. I think he's the best figure out of the whole line. And I have to thank Might Mouse 74 for the figure, and then I also have to thank Cherry Bomb Toys for the Bumblebee because that's pretty cool. I got the Crosshairs and the Slug. Actually, Slug was my very first figure that I got because he was actually the only one in the store at the time. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to pick up Slug. He wasn't going to be my first choice, but whatever, I just wanted the character. And he seems to get a lot of hate. If it's not Bumblebee or Crosshairs, it's definitely Slug. Or Slug, or whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure it's Slug. Anyways, he seems to get a lot of hate, despite the fact that I actually really like that toy. I like how it transforms. I like how the front arms become the side of his body. At least it has somewhere to go. I like the shaping of him. It is different, but it's still not bad. I like the Dino mode. I wish there was a bit more going on with that, but as far as the robot mode is concerned, I actually really like the look of it. But for some reason, it just seemed to have a lot of hate, and I really didn't understand why right away. And even to this day, I'm still trying to figure out exactly why he's getting so much hate. Maybe it's because he is overly simple. Maybe it has something to do with the articulation. But he doesn't even have that problem with the wrist that a lot of the other Transformers Age of Extinction figures have, where they have the gorilla arm thing, which kind of sucked. But this figure doesn't seem to have that, which is awesome. In fact, none of these figures have that, so that's good. So yeah, I like Slug. As far as High Octane Bumblebee, actually let's skip him and move on to Crosshairs. Crosshairs I actually like. Now that's probably mainly because I like the character in the movie. Yeah, he's an asshole, but whatever. I mean, his voice actor is the same voice actor for Bender, so I kind of expected that he was going to be an asshole. But as far as Crosshairs is concerned, I actually like this. I was hoping that they would completely redo and make a better Crosshairs for the Transformers The Last Knight toy line, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get that. I don't know if I'm going to get that because they did change a few things, but we'll have to wait and see. But as far as this version of Crosshairs, yeah, he's got his problems, and I think mine is better than some other people. It seems like half of the Crosshairs that were sent out were fine, and then another half had these defects. Like, my Hotshot has the defect, but I seem to transform just fine. It's just, I had to scramble around with it a little bit, and maybe it's because, like, the tab that was getting in the way chipped off or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but I just remember originally Hotshot would not transform, and then Crosshairs I would have no problem with. But then there were a lot of people who couldn't get the alt mode to stay tabbed in right, and then I was like, I don't see the problem. But let's go on to High Octane Bumblebee. I like the charm of the figure. I really do. But that's about it. That and the alt mode. I love the alt mode. If you guys know me, I love Camaros, and it's no exception to this. I love the alt mode of this guy. It's not a perfect alt mode, but I think it's beautiful on screen, and I think they captured it on the toy as well as they could. But as far as the robot mode is concerned, it's got a lot of issues, like the hollow neck thing that I really don't like. And then very thin plastic too, like very, very thin. And I don't even know why they decided to make it so thin. because it's such a pain in the ass to transform this guy. I am so surprised that he's still in one piece. And I also didn't like the missile gimmick. I thought that was kind of dumb, but whatever. But going back to Scorn, I love Scorn. I love the transformation, the alt mode, the weapons are fine. My only problem that I have with it today has to be the hips, and I can fix that any day. It's just the hips are loose, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I really like Scorn and his coloring too. It's not accurate to what he has in the movie, but it actually looks pretty good. Same thing with Slug. He doesn't have an accurate color scheme, but I understand why. They want to make the Dinobots look different, so I'm totally fine with that. And it's also coming off of the Beast Hunters, which had Predacons in different colors, and I guess that kind of worked, so they decided, okay, let's move that into the Dinobots. So anyway, anyways, with that said, do I think that this was a good wave to introduce? If I'm gonna be honest, there's some bad figures and some good figures. I'm going to say yeah, because you get a mix of the bad and good from the line. It seems like a lot of people are going to have an issue with at least one figure, whether it's Crosshairs, Bumblebee, or Slug. Scorn seems to be fine, but someone usually has an issue with one of these figures. And honestly, I think that's a good introduction in a way. I'm pretty sure that's not the introduction that Hasbro wants to make, but it makes you know that some of these figures are going to be bad, some of these figures aren't going to be, are going to be good. So, this is what you can kind of expect. So, with that out of the way, I do like that. Some of these figures, I can't talk today. Some of these figures are good, and I like them. And some of these figures are just meh. Like, I don't really hate a figure in this wave, but I can't say that I really love that Bumblebee. And I do have my issues with Crosshairs and Scorn, or not Scorn, Slug. So with that out of the way, that's just my thoughts. This is a rambling video of me talking about the wave. With that said, what is your opinions? Please comment below, let me know. Anyways, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.